Bible truth, line by line, in context, 5-minute lessons. Let's go. Welcome to Bible Bites. All right, guys, the 5-minute lesson starts now. What's up, guys? We are back again. All right, so last time we left off with Romans 1:19, I believe, or Romans 1:20 is what we left off with. And we stopped by realizing that God's wrath is kindled against mankind because the creator of everything is being dismissed by his creations who are choosing not to believe in him. Now, I want to start here with a context check, right? Because Romans 1:16 and 17, it shows us that God's trying to save us, right? Save us from what? Now, we had that question about death before, but look at Romans 1:18. It looks like he's trying to save us from the wrath of God because we dismiss God and violate his law, ungodliness and unrighteousness. We talked about that last time. So he's saving us from his own wrath. Now think about this. It appears like the gospel was created to save us by reinstalling or revealing the truth about God in a way that eliminates our ability to cause ourselves to be judged to his wrath. Now, I know I still sin. So how can my sin not violate his law? Is the salvation permanent? I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's see. In Romans 1:17, go back and look. We see that the gospel's availability is to all men, and that availability to all men is the righteousness of God. Now, we know God is wrathful for being disrespected, but he doesn't want us to receive this wrath, it appears, right? Hence the gospel, the power of God to salvation. So we see evidence that the righteousness of God includes mercy on those who wrong you. Go back and look at our previous videos. We spoke about the power to save us. The power to save us had to come with mercy first. The offer to save someone who doesn't deserve to be saved. And here we're seeing just more explanation of that, right? So you now start to see a confirmation of this truth that God's righteousness includes mercy on those who wrong him. Not only that, but his righteousness, his mercy, in a major way, it powers the gospel itself. Basically, righteousness and all that makes it up is power. Romans 1:21. God's wrath gets explained even further here, right? We see that God was robbed of his glory by men. Look at the text. Remember, men have no excuse. We were told this. We have no excuse. We know God exists and that his power created the world. Therefore, he is the owner. All we have is his. Romans 1:21 flat out says men knew God, but did not glorify him as God, creator, authority, right? This is Romans 1:21. It tells us. Remember, Romans 1:18, God's wrath is held against ungodliness, disregard of God, and unrighteousness, violating his rule laws, exactly like it's telling us in Romans 1:21. Flat out, men knew God but did not glorify him as God. Now, then it says, men became vain in their imaginations. All right, let's do a definition. Vanity equals empty, worthless, unimportant. So we see that what men thought about were empty things, useless things, unimportant things. Why? Because they were ungodly. Romans 1:21 says, glorified him not as God, neither were thankful. Go back. See, this is how we're going to have to start comparing scripture to scripture now, guys. Stay with me. Remember, Romans 1:20. We know that the world, creation, is from God, yet we deny, disregard the gift of existence as we know it. Now, because of this unthankfulness for this existence that we have that comes from God, that we're not thankful for and we don't glorify him. Due to this ungodliness, our minds are fixed on vain things which cause our hearts to darken. Look at the text. This is you. This is me. We're starting to unpack what sin is, okay? If we want to beat sin, if we want to figure out obedience, we got to understand what's going on with us. And the text is showing us. We're not going to feed anything in. Let's just read, okay? I'm a little bit over, but I'm going to keep going. All right, Romans 1:22. With our imaginations away from God and fixed on vanity, we called ourselves wise, which made us fools. Read that text. Now, go back. Remember, Romans 1:18, the truth of God is known to men, but buried beneath ungodliness and unrighteousness. To deny this objective truth and embrace the truths, in quotes, we men create, to fill that void makes us fools. Let me say it again. To deny the truth about God and instead embrace, in quotes, truths humans create to fill the void of God not being there makes us fools. Imagination equals shaping a thought, right? That's a definition. Imagination, shaping a thought. So men weren't just thinking about things other than God. They were creating a reality, shaping a reality where God did not exist. Isn't that what Satan has done in this world? I'm talking to you now, okay? Isn't that what Satan is doing in this world? An artificial reality where everything is explained without God being credited? That's just me talking. That's not the scripture. But we're going to stop there. Okay. This was a good lesson. It's picking up. Okay. We're going to do a lot of cross-referencing on things we've already read so we can stay in context and stay with the truth of God instead of getting lost like this text is telling us, creating truth for ourselves to fill the void where God's not present. Woo! I love you guys. Let's go. I'll see you next time. Man, I might just record another one. That's awesome. Let's go.